Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about some people. All right, so the basketball player, Morant, Morant. I think it's Ja. I don't. Either he has to be slow. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Um, or either he's just stupid. um, So for those who don't know what's going on, it's a basketball player. He literally just got into trouble, probably a month ago, for waiving a GUN. He has, I think he had an endorsement deal, or probably still has one. I don't know. I think with Powerade. He's an NBA player. Um, so of course, when the video got out of him basically online throwing up what some people thought was gang signs. I didn't know if it was gang signs or if he was in a fraternity. Okay, but some people got upset at some folk who were saying that he was throwing up gang signs. And like I said, we can't sit here and pretend that when people start doing all this, girl, like, what else could it be? Either you an alpha, omega, or a kappa. Either girl, you a crip or a blood. It's like it's one or the other. And I don't think he's no alpha, and I don't think he's no omega. Okay. And he might not be in a gang either, but I could see how that's where some people's minds go to. So he was like on a video throwing up signs. Um, and he also had a GUN. He got into a lot of trouble over that, and I completely understood why. And I think he got fined. It was some stuff that happened. Anyways, here we are, a month later. He's on live, throwing up what, y'all? A GUN. I understand that he's only 23. I completely get that. They say the brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25. So I understand that you know, he's only 23. With that being said, even with him being 23, I don't like how some people, and it may be even some of you, are trying to act like at 23, you like just don't know no better. Let's say he really made a mistake the first time around. How can you then turn around and do the exact same thing like a month later? Probably less than a month later. Like, how, Sway? How? How does that work? Okay, so you made a mistake the first time. You turn around and do the same exact thing again? Let me tell y'all a story. Story time, story time, story time. Okay, so this had to be around, I was probably around 25, somewhere around there. Met a guy off jacked, a black guy. Really wasn't, it was like, mm-mm. So we just was like, we just decided that we just going, if anything happens, it's just gonna be a friendship. So we started hanging out, right? I met some of his friends, and I started to notice that every time I was around this person, things would happen. I remember one night we were on our way to the club, and we got pulled over by the cops. He was speeding. Okay, whatever. People get pulled over all the time. I remember another time we were at House of Pies. Now, for those who live in Houston or have been to Houston, House of Pies is kind of like an IHOP, It used to be open 24 hours. Now I don't think it's open. You know, when the pandemic hit, honey, that changed a lot of stuff. So now I think they said open till midnight. But this was back in the day when it was open 24 hours. We were at the House of Pies on Kirby. Okay? And we were getting ready to leave. I remember it kind of being chilly outside. He had a jacket, and on the back of the jacket, it had police. His ex boyfriend used to be, was, or may still be, a cop. So we're getting up to leave. He has his ex boyfriend jacket on. Now, it was some cops there who were eating. So as we're walking, they're sitting at this booth. It was like four of them. We're walking out, and the two on this side happen to look up and see police on his back, on his jacket. They literally stopped us and asked him, "Are you a cop?" And he was like, "No." Baby, why they put us all in the back of cop cars? Because they felt as though he was trying to impersonate a police officer. Put us in the back of cop cars. They literally had to get in contact with his ex-boyfriend. I don't know if the ex-boyfriend was out or what. But they literally had to get in contact with the ex-boyfriend to really see if he was a cop. Girl, we were sitting in the back of his, they had us spread out in different cop cars. Girl, I remember sitting in the back of the cop car, my hands behind my back, like, this is some crazy. Like, girl, the friendship is over. Like, girl, I'm never hanging out with you again, because I feel like every time we hang out, it's some stuff. Either we get pulled over by the cops. Now I'm sitting in the back of a cop car. I've never had to deal with this with any of my other friends. So eventually they end up letting us go. I remember them taking the jacket from him, though. And I'm telling the story to say that even though I was only like 25, I still knew that this ain't the crowd for me. So after that, you know how the girls start asking you, "Hey girl, we going out this weekend, you want to go?" "Oh no, girl, I'm busy." And then eventually, like, the friendship kind of like fell to the side, which was what I wanted to happen anyways. And girl, we didn't hang out after that anymore. So even for those people who are trying to put this on his friends, the truth is, if you saw the video, and I'm not playing the video because it has a GUN in it, but I'll put the link in the description box so you can click on it and watch it yourself. But even when you watch the video, you will see that the friend, once he saw that Ja had the GUN up, he hurried up and knocked the phone down. So it looked as though the friend was trying to, help him out, but it was already, girl, it was all that beautiful beam footage, girl, it was already there. We can't always blame stuff on other people. We can't always blame stuff on the friend group, right? Because again, when you watch the video, the friend was the one who was trying to help him out. 23, you're still a grown man, and it's not always the person or the people in the group that may not have as much money or access or resource or power that are the ones that cause the chaos. Sometimes it's the ones who have the money and the power and the access and the resource that cause the chaos and confusion within the friend group and think that they're untouchable. You get what I'm trying to get? You get what I'm trying to get with this? Say with this? So it may not even be the friends who are a bad influence on Ja. It could be Ja is a bad influence on them. And because you have this young person with this money and this fame, he feels like I can do what I want to do. But he's going to learn sooner than later that you can't do what you want to do. He going to have to, I don't know. Girl, did he unalive somebody? No. The stuff that he does, at the end of the day, it really only affects him. But of course, it could affect it. I don't know if he's taking care of his grandmama, his daddy, his sisters, his brothers. Um, but eventually, it's just going to affect him. I don't understand how you could get in trouble for something and then, like a month later, you do the exact same thing. I really don't understand it. And we have to get away from trying to say that, oh, we expect for children to know better. So if we expect for children to know better, then how is it that we don't expect for a 23-year-old person to know better? Again, especially when you just got in trouble for it, like not too long ago. It makes no sense to me. None. None at all. If whatever happens to him happens to him. I think that and I say this all the time, you have to realize that when you are put in those positions, whether you are a manager at Nordstrom or an assistant manager at Saks or even a sales associate on the sales floor, you do realize that you are the face of the company and you cannot do certain things. So just imagine when you're on this bigger scale and the world knows who you are. You definitely have to walk a fine line. One thing I've always admired about Shonda Rhimes is how Shonda Rhimes pretty much had all of her people in a girl together. When you really think about it, you never really heard about her employees from How to Get Away with Murder or Scandal, right? Or Grey's Anatomy just being all out in these streets, girl, just a complete mess. Think about it. You never saw it, none of them people. As big as Scandal was on for how many seasons? As big as Scandal was, you never saw any of those people. The only two that you heard about, what a nigga, was Columbus Short, and she let him go when he didn't get it together, and Isaiah Washington. Other than that, she pretty much ran a tight ship over there. Because you have to understand that, girl, you represent me and what I got going on. If you want to get drunk and fight, you better do that at your house. If you want to wave GUNs in the air, girl, and that's another thing too. That's why I be saying, y'all, girl, this is another thing too. I don't understand. It's probably because I am of a certain age, but I'm still young enough to like, I was around when this Instagram stuff got started and Facebook. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I'm this 70-year-old person and I'm just now finding out about, Instagram. But maybe it is because I don't understand. I guess because I'm just not I don't do the whole everybody needs to know what I'm doing at all times of the day. like, I don't understand the need to always have a camera up and like, girl, it's one thing if that's your job. Like, it's one thing when you're like a vlogger, okay, cool, whatever, that's your job. But even I think with people who vlog, they know what to put on their camera. They know what to put on the internet and what not to put on the internet. Like, I think what I'm trying to say is I don't understand, like, why do y'all feel the need to like be on Instagram like waving, GUNs and like that's the absolute most to me. Why not just do that with the camera down? But y'all want to be seen so bad. Even if it could affect your career, your livelihood. And I don't know if this 23-year-old person is, like I said, taking care of his grandmother, his grandfather, if he got kids. I don't know. Like, I just don't, I just don't, I don't know. Girl, y'all do too much for me. Y'all want to show everything. Everything. It's one thing to take a picture of your food and post it. It's another thing to take a picture of some ice cream and post it. It's another thing to take a picture of, whatever and post it. It's another thing if you're a vlogger on YouTube and you showing, oh girl, I got dressed this morning, I went to the airport, I went to Miami, I had some food and I'm back home. Okay, girl, whatever. Girl, it is what it is, girl. I done talked about this for 15 minutes. Y'all know I'm a little long-winded. The Little Mermaid. So, I'm where was I coming from? Oh, I went to Ross last night. I went to Ross Dress for Less because I was looking for another. I was looking for a rug, and so I'm coming back from Ross Dress for Less, and I like to like listen, either to YouTube or play music or whatever, while you driving. And somehow I don't know what maybe hit the Instagram. I hit the Instagram, and girl, as soon as I hit Instagram, what's her name? I cannot say her name. Haley, Holly Berry, Holly Bailey, Little Mermaid. She was singing the song from the Little Mermaid. I forgot the song, child. Girl, why my big self was in the car, girl, tearing up. Girl, I don't know why I was tearing up. Oh, girl, when I say I really, I don't know. I think I know that this is definitely a career changer for her. And if this movie brings in the numbers that they're probably expecting for it to bring in, then I definitely know that this is going to be a career changer for her. And I just hope that it works out. And I think it's like, because she comes across as a very nice, young woman. Um, I don't know. And then I think what it is also, girl, that boyfriend of her, I do not, girl, that little boyfriend of hers, girl. Girl, I'm gonna go ahead and say, that little boyfriend gives me like real jealous tea. Girl, he came out the other day and was talking about he had never seen The Little Mermaid. Okay, child. Is it that big of a deal? No, it's not. But it is a big of a deal because of the simple fact that your girlfriend is playing The Little Mermaid. And this is a very, 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 very big deal, right? And I just wish that it just seems to be like anytime he makes the headlines, and we do know that a lot of times people make the headlines for, negative things. I just wish that when he made the headlines, it would be something more positive and not where it seems as if he low key is a secret hater of his girlfriend. Because that's what he gives me sometimes. What's his name? DG? DDG? He gives me like jealous. A jealous tea. Anyways, I'm happy for her. Hopefully, everything works out for Miss Bailey. So shout out to Miss Bailey. All right. So Keke Palmer revisits Trey Songz incident while opening up about countless harassment incidents, calls for hashtag Me Too movement in the cricket music industry. Excuse me. All right. So Keke Palmer calls for a Me Too movement in the cricket music industry to cover the instances of harassment as it did in TV and film. Palmer spoke with People about her new visual album, Big Boss, which she covers her journey in the music industry, like her success and countless run ins with sexual harassment. Having spent over 2 decades in entertainment, Palmer will get her first deal at 12 with Atlantic Records, then sign a few more deals before launching her own label, Big Bosses Entertainment, in 2018. I hate that name. I hate that name. In late 2022, she launched her own digital platform, Key TV, which she'll make her directorial debut with Big Boss and speak on women feeling coerced into sex to collaborate with men. We'll see Palmer revisit an uncomfortable situation she had a few years ago on the set of a Trey Songz music video. She says those scenes are real. They're not actually inspired by that moment. Obviously, people know that moment and are aware from it when it happened and when I spoke about it. It just goes to show that one of the many moments where things go down in this industry, as far as being in an uncomfortable situation as a woman where I'm either being sexually harassed, intimidated, or just being made comfortable in a space that's dominated mostly by men. Those are very real people, and that's a very real, accurate situation. And there are countless others. She added, "Bad ish happens in all industries, obviously, but specifically entertainment. But it's mostly, it's almost like the acting world represents a union, and the music industry represents non-union. It's happening in the actor world, but eventually it's going to come to a damn halt. Somebody's going to get called out. Something's going to happen. At some point, we're going to come to some kind of understanding. With music, it's like everybody is getting paid and everybody's a crooked cop. So it seems like nothing will ever really come to a head." Shout out to Keke Palmer. Shout out to Keke Palmer. Let me say something about Miss Keke. Baby, one time Miss Keke didn't have that baby. Baby, when I say Miss Keke is sitting, girl. Baby, when I say Miss Keke done had that baby, and baby, I don't know that when I say back girl, when I tell you that baby, when I tell you Miss Keke Palmer's body is one girl, when I tell you Miss Thing looks like I've never looked even I know Keke is a grown woman. I've never looked at Keke like a grown woman. I know that sounds crazy. When I say Keke looks like a grown woman, I say yes, ma'am. Keke looks good. Shout out to Keke Palmer. Baby, listen to this. Cash Out founder Bob Lee was having an affair with married sister of his alleged Killer, allegedly attended regular sex parties together. Girl. Mm-mm. The founder, this is according to Hollywood Unlocked, so the founder of Cash App, Bob Lee, was allegedly involved in a secret party scene where he had an affair with the sister of his alleged Killer. According to Business Insider, Lee was a part of a San Francisco underground scene called The Lifestyle, where he allegedly took part in sex and drug parties. I know that's right. And now it's sad that his indulgent lifestyle among the upper echelon of Bay Area society may have contributed to his murder. Bob was confronted by Nima Momin. Girl, you know I don't be knowing these people names. I can barely say the Little Mermaid's name. Okay, the brother of a married woman named I don't know his name either, who was alleged to have been sleeping with about his hard partying and their alleged use of girl drugs, which led to an argument and Bob being stabbed multiple times. Nima, whatever her name is, has been charged. What his name. The brother has been charged with and plans to plead not guilty. The news surrounding Bob's death last month was obviously shocked the tech world. According to reports, Lee's friends had already grown concerned over his dangerous lifestyle, with his autopsy revealing he had, the reports revealing that he had a little bit of snow. He had a little booger sugar. Ain't nothing wrong with a little sugar booger sugar. And ketamine in his system at the time of his death. What's that? Let's Google that. What is that? Let me Google that. Hold on. I want to see what that is. What's that? So, um, So it says it's also used as a treatment for depression, a pain management tool, and as a recreational drug. Okay, so baby, he was having a good time. Girl, so you was on that shit. Girl, you was high in the kite, girl. Okay. Um, them be the ones. Them rich ones. Them rich ones. Bitch, all I do, bitch. Okay, let me shut up. Anyways, y'all already know he stabbed the brother. But this is what I'm trying to figure out. Why was the brother, if Bob was having an alleged affair with the sister, then why was the brother so mad? Because the brother is the one who stabbed Bob. Allegedly. Who stabbed Bob. But Bob was messing with the person who took his life. He was allegedly messing with the sister. Girl, I'm about to be real messy. Girl, what if Bob, what if Bob was messing with the brother and the sister? And then what if the brother got mad? Because I'm trying to figure out why you so fucking mad. To the point where you gonna unalive somebody. Unless he was messing with both of y'all at the same time. That's not funny. Unless he was messing with both of y'all at the same time. That's the only thing I can think of. What y'all think? Because, girl, why was you so mad to the point where you would unalive that man? And another thing, too, like we were saying, let me tell y'all something. Whenever someone gets stabbed, that's personal to me. It's a difference when you just kind of drive by and shoot somebody. To stab someone, that means you have to be up on them. And you have to really put some pressure behind that. That's a personal situation to me. So even when I found out that he was stabbed, I was like, ooh. I think I had this conversation with my biological sister. Like, ooh, girl, that's personal, girl. Because the girls were just going to go around here just stabbing people like that. And now we finding out that, girl, allegedly, you, girl, your sister, girl, over there, girl. Girl, what if Bob was dicking them both down? Girl, that'll be a twist. I can see it, though. I can see it quiet as this. I ain't gonna say it. I can see it happening. I want to know why he got so upset to the point where he wanted to, that he stabbed that man. What y'all was arguing over, girl? Microsoft Word? Like, girl, what's going on? Like, what was so deep to the point where you would be like, girl, I'm going to take you out? What else could happen? Like, what else could happen? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, I'm gone. Let me watch Real Housewives of Atlanta again, take some quick notes, and then I'll be back with that review. All right, bye, y'all.